Hello team, welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan M.S. Pierce. This is a US political update, a breaking news update concerning some incredible rhetoric from Donald Trump in response to a video that's been recorded by some Democratic lawmakers. It's arguably a controversial video, and I will go into that because it's possibly not just Trump going off on one, although Trump's language is fairly outrageous. He has called on these Democratic lawmakers to be arrested and put on trial, and he has condoned the messaging that they should be hung as well. This is quite incredible. Okay, before we get into it, let me remind you to please, if you can, find the time to like, subscribe, and to share. If you subscribe to the channel, please press the bell icon and select all instead of personalized. Okay, let's get into it. So you have Trump typically on Truth Social saying, and he's linking a video, no doubt, here on his Truth Social account, saying it's called, all caps, seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be, all caps, arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We won't have a country anymore. An example, all caps, must be set, President DJT. So Trump is calling on a group of people to be arrested and put on trial for seditious behavior at the highest level. And indeed, he also then reposts a number of really contentious comments, such as, hang them, George Washington would. Donald Trump retruthed that. So he reposted the claim that these Democratic lawmakers should be hung and that they are indeed traitors. Domestic terrorist Democrats always causing chaos and destruction, destroying people's lives. He's retruthed that. And the opinion that I think they should be charged with sedition. Also save those tapes and run them when the next demo commie is in office. Okay. What is he referring to? What is he replying to? It is this video here from 6 Democratic veteran lawmakers, so they've all served, releasing a joint video opposing the Trump administration, urging US military personnel to refuse unlawful orders without specifying. And the key here is without specifying. So from my own personal point of view, there's nothing wrong. Well, there's a lot wrong with what's going on at the moment with regard to the US orders to blow up boats in the Caribbean, I think illegally, and then possibly committing to a number of other, if you're including ICE in this, then I think there's potential illegality there as well. But if you're not going to specify, then this is a rather bizarre thing to be saying, what we're going to hear. But nonetheless, let's listen to the video first.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day
To keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military,
And intelligence community professionals.
against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad.
But from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Okay, so that's a fairly astonishing video. Now, I'm going to show you a bit of a criticism of that video from Ryan Macbeth, which I think has some merit. However, I think he also misses that this is directed not just at uniformed military professionals, but the intelligence services as well, and that's quite key. but it's also talking about orders in the context of domestic orders, pitting the military, a uniform military, as they say, against American citizens. So listen to this.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military,
And intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad.
So the threats are coming from right here at home, not just from abroad. So I'm not 100% sure what they're referring to. And part of the problem here is there's a vagueness from the Democrats here. Like, I do get the sense that American personnel are being asked to do things that are not within the bounds of legality. And I can think about Venezuela, as mentioned. I can think about ICE, and I can think about what may be being requested of people in the intelligence services. And when they give reports on something, like Tulsi Gabbard asked a report, and it concluded antithetically to her position, and so she just said, she basically fired the reporters, the people making the report, said no, don't want that, and wanted a new report. So there are certain dodgy things going on, and with Pete Hegseth coming into the Department of Defense and purging the JAGs, the military lawyers, you're thinking, why would you purge military lawyers unless you wanted to break the law within the Department of Defense? So I think I understand what's going on here, but it is fairly vague, and you are left wondering whether there is a seditious element to this. Ryan Macbeth, as mentioned, takes a pop at the video, but also at Trump himself. Let's listen to Ryan Macbeth.
Did some former military and intelligence personnel now serving in Congress encourage troops not to follow illegal orders? And yeah, they did. Couple funny things about the video, one of which is super dangerous, but just need to tell you about some ground rules. Soldiers already know that they don't have to follow illegal orders, and this would include violations of the LOAC, or Law of Armed Conflict, violations of the Geneva Convention, violations of the ROE, or Rules of Engagement. So the average soldier knows that he can't just execute a whole village, even if you're being told to by a superior officer. But this video is pretty unique because I don't even understand what they're referring to, and this is kind of where the danger comes in, and where you're kind of like flirting with maybe sedition. Are these guys referring to going on state deployments, or are they referring to this possible impending conflict in Venezuela?
So Macbeth here talks a lot about Venezuela and armed conflict, but actually the video is talking more about what's going on back at domestically, potentially. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And to me, the scary part here is that the average soldier is not qualified to know whether what they are doing in Venezuela is presumptively lawful. Now, don't get me wrong. They know that if they captured a bunch of Venezuelan prisoners and they were told, okay, execute these guys and throw them in the water, they know that's unlawful. They won't do that. But actually engaging Venezuelan drug boats, or maybe dropping bombs on targets in Venezuela, they don't have the tools in their toolkit to determine whether that's presumptively lawful. And you know what? This is kind of the president's fault, because the president hasn't made his case as to why the heck we're in the Caribbean. I've been saying drug boats, fentanyl, terrorists bad. Terrorists are bad, but there might be another way to do this thing.
And that's a very good point. I mean, these soldiers won't have the knowledge of the law of armed conflict in order to be able to evaluate this, and maybe not the time or the wherewithal or desire. So I think Macbeth's got a point here. They need to rely on their NCOs in order to make sure that what they're doing is correct, and then officers and so on and so forth. But yeah, but are we really talking about the Caribbean here? Is that where those Democrat lawmakers were going with their appeal? I'm not so sure. Although it could be a catch-all, it could be both domestic and, in terms of foreign, I would say armed conflict, but I'm not sure that the blowing up those boats is kind of armed conflict. It is in one direction only.
Thing. And then there is the single scariest thing I've ever heard in a video.
and know that we have your back.
I hate to get all John Stewart here, but no, you don't! If Private Schmuckatelli genuinely thinks that he can violate an order and then go, well, Mark Kelly has my back, I have got a charger at 30% interest to sell him. So what we got here are 6 congressmen who are telling soldiers like, hey, violate orders if you don't think they're lawful. We got your back. Jeez, this is the most officer thing I think I've ever freaking heard. Did you guys even consult a single NCO before you did this? And the president doesn't get a free pass on this either, because we have no idea why they made this video, why they chose to do it now, which leads me to believe something is going to pop off in Venezuela. And I don't know why. And if I don't know why, the rest of the American people don't know why. And that's on you there, boo. So if you are a junior enlisted serviceman, don't listen to your congressman. Listen to your NCOs. They will get you through whatever the heck is about to happen next.
So you're wondering, well, is this about Venezuela? Is something big going to happen in Venezuela? Well, yeah, sounds like it is. I mean, that would be a perfect distraction to the Epstein files, and it's been brewing for a long time. Relatively short time, really, but do you know what I mean? So there is that, but I don't know if this is actually referring to, and if the Democrats are actually referring to something domestic. And so who knows? There's vagueness there, and there's vagueness with the Trump administration with regard to the legality concerning the activities in the Caribbean with regard to the Venezuelan drug smugglers. So this is all a hot mess. I don't know what's going on with the video that the Democrats have released, and I don't know whether it's wise. It sounds like imagine if you're a Democrat supporter out there, imagine if if 6 Republican lawmakers did this under Biden or under Obama. How would you react? And I just don't know, because I think there's not enough granular explanation here as to what the purpose of this video is, what the context is. You know, the purpose, obviously, don't agree to do something that is illegal, that's been ordered by your superiors. Well, yeah, why are you suddenly saying this now? What domestic concern do we have to worry about? What international foreign concern do we have to worry about? So yeah, it's all crazy, but throw into that the idea that Trump appears to be agreeing that these 6 Democratic lawmakers should be arrested, put on trial, and hung. Wow. I didn't see, this wasn't on my bingo card for today, I'll tell you that. Goodness gracious. Let me know what you think. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.